Can I start it off? Sorry for the energy. It's Pod 8.
It's Pod 8.
That's what we call them. Pods.
Pods.
We don't need the cast.
Welcome, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming back again, I guess, guys.
It's Podcast 8.
It's Pod 8.
Pod 8.
We're so cool and it's such a niche market. Nobody's ever called them pods before.
No, we're
They were like the chocolates that nobody eats.
Snickers or Mars.
No, pods.
Yeah, but Snickers or Mars pods.
Maltesers.
Oh, you're just making your own one. Okay.
I just was like, what chocolate haven't they used?
They haven't done a Malteser.
I don't know.
They haven't done a Crunchy.
Do people even eat pods anymore?
I think they do. I had some maybe 2 weeks ago at work.
Wow, it was never my favourite one. It was always too rich. One of my mate's dads used to always have them at the movies. We went and saw Avengers and he ate like 2 packets and I nearly threw up watching him.
Too rich as in too rich in chocolate or too rich in money? Like they cost too much?
Well, a little bit of both.
Okay. Oh, they're just too rich. Oh.
Yeah, just too rich.
Too
He
sugar.
ate 2 packets in one Avengers movie.
But it was a 3-hour Avengers movie, wasn't it?
Is the first Avengers movie 3 hours?
It's only like 2 hours. You went and saw Endgame though by yourself, is that correct?
Yeah, but I did.
Yeah, that's a bit awkward, isn't it?
What? Crying by myself is not awkward. I'm allowed to cry alone in the cinema if I want to.
You can. No, I think the first Avengers is only just on 2 hours, but that's a decent amount of time to go through 2 pods, which are quite rich in chocolate content, I would say.
Yeah, and you know it's also quite rich in content?
What?
Our podcast, and you can sit through 2 of those during one Avengers movie if you want to, guys.
Again, cheers to us.
Cheers to us. Welcome to Podcast 8. Today we're talking about life.
Just general stuff, general shenanigans, things we've been up to, plans for the future.
Yeah, future endeavours. That's what we call our future endeavours.
Endeavour, some would say.
I am here. Some other people say, maybe the number 1 hero.
Not anymore.
Oh,
Spoiler.
spoiler. Speaking of spoilers, or TV shows maybe, I make you watch a lot of TV shows, Jack.
You do. I think you've had a pretty successful hit rate in things that I've enjoyed.
Yeah, because I like it, and by you being friends with me, you have to like it. Otherwise, I ostracize you.
It's kind of the problem with being best friends is that we're very in sync with a lot of things. We finish each other's...
Sangers.
We do. And
Sanger is a slang word for sandwich.
welcome, international listeners.
Yeah.
But yeah, we seem to see eye to eye on a lot of things, seem to have very similar interests, similar tastes. So the shows that you have introduced to me, I've thoroughly enjoyed. Do you want to list them off?
Of course I do.
It seems like you've got some prepared.
It's not like I just wrote some down. I am here. If nobody knows what I am here is from, it's from the great anime series My Hero Academia. Worth a watch.
It absolutely is. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
You are thoroughly enjoying it. You're finally nearly at the end of season 3.
Every time I watch an episode, I say, I am here watching this episode.
Yes. Come watch Jack watch My Hero Academia on our other channel.
It's just called I am here.
Everything after this podcast, just know is going to have I am here in it.
Yeah.
That One Piece recording we've been doing for a while. I am here.
Yeah, even our new USB that we got is titled I am here.
Yeah, if you guys still don't know what this joke is and you're this far into it, please watch My Hero Academia.
Enjoy.
But I have made you watch a lot. We watched the movie the other day, which is definitely ahead of the series part you're up to.
Yeah, a bit of spoilers.
A little bit
which
of
was
spoilers.
Not upsetting, just a little annoying to just be like, oh, that's what I'm about to see in an episode.
You're an episode off. But hey, you enjoyed it. I've also made you... I'm a big anime fan. Not many people know this about me because I'm such a closet weeb.
Oh.
And I'm like cool as fuck.
He is cool as fuck, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you've ever just experienced him just sitting there, cup of coffee, sunglasses on, always inside. I don't think I've seen him without sunglasses on.
Well, they're all those prescriptions, so I look cool and I can see.
That's the best of both worlds.
Oh, yeah. Another great show I've been making you watch. Jokes. Speaking of anime, though,
yes.
I've made you watch some pretty niche ones. Quite popular, though, in the anime community.
Yes.
But to you who barely watch, so you're like, what am I watching? But Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid?
Yeah.
What a great show!
Which was confusing for me at first, because you were referring to it... Sorry.
I know what you're going to say.
You were referring to it as lesbian dragon maids, and I thought, that's a great sounding show.
It's that they are lesbians and they're dragons, and one of them's a maid.
And then we started watching this other show called Kobayashi's Dragon Maids.
No, it's the same show.
And I went, oh no, I want to watch that other one. I want to watch that lesbian one. And you're like, no, this is the same show. And I was like, oh, well, that's cut down my shows I have to watch in half. That's been great.
Yeah, and you thoroughly enjoyed the Slice of Life Dragon show.
Speaking of slice of life shows that I absolutely adore, Nichijou.
Wasn't on my list at all. Cross it out.
But yeah, fantastic show.
Which is My Ordinary Life.
It's
literally just SNL, but cute little animated scenes.
So much better and consistently more funny.
It is consistently more funny than Saturday Night Live. I'm saying it now. My Ordinary Life, Nichijou. Watch it.
Shay, have you ever had any awkward interactions, like ordering something at a cafe or something?
So, it took me a while to click in there, but you're just talking about Nichijou again. You weren't segueing into another discussion.
No.
You're just talking about a skip from the show. But of course,
yes.
What even is a dopio?
What is a dopio?
What? If I get up... It's like, actually, I didn't know what a venti was, or anything like that.
Yeah, Starbucks is kind of annoying in that sense of, like, the first time you go to Starbucks, you're like, I'll have a medium size, and there's always some cocky barista behind the counter. It's like, did you mean a grande? And it's like, I'm not talking about Ariana.
Stop it. Did she actually get named after the coffee size, or did they name it after her?
Let's have a brief intermission.
Because I wouldn't mind knowing that information if, like, Starbucks and the coffee community was that kind of douchey that they would be like, Ariana's pretty bloody popular, huh? Maybe we should just call a bloody coffee size after her. But Grande is big, isn't it? Because wouldn't it be immensely tiny because she's such a small human? Oh, well...
Sorry, her last name is Grande Butera. Butera?
Is that Hispanic?
I don't know. But no, I think... What came first, the Ariana or the coffee? That's my question.
That's my question. Both of them are quite well fittable in a cup.
Yeah, especially if they shrink down like another show you're making me watch.
I have never made you watch Dragon Slayer, Demon Slayer, that shit show.
It's great. I hate it so much that I'm going to keep watching it.
Yeah, because you're a little simp who's buying into the hype, and I am not a mainstream person, so I'm like, it's shit anyway.
It's so original in all of its tropes that it does unoriginally.
Yeah, you come from like the veteran weeb who's like sat through Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and Naruto and Bleach, and I've seen all the tropes. And then you get this show that everyone refers to as the best anime series of all time before season 2 even comes out, and has 2 movies that nearly about to come out, the second one. And you got people saying it's the best shit ever. No, it's not. I'm upset.
You know what? Nux likes it. Shout out to Nux Taku.
He's going to be on the podcast, people.
Yeah. Will we see his face finally?
Maybe face reveal. Will you see our faces someday? Who knows?
Maybe
check out our YouTube. You might find us on there. Maybe. If you're lucky.
Any other shows you're making me watch?
No, I was actually going to ask you if you've made me watch any shows. Because you have maybe watched what's it called? Dave Chappelle's new special.
Yeah, we watched that. That was really fun. We've watched
a lot of YouTube together for 2 struggling YouTubers.
Yeah, we should be putting watch time into our stuff instead of other people's, but we're supporting the community.
Yeah.
Shows that we've watched together recently, we've watched Squid Game, which was kind of hype.
Oh, actually, so you watched Squid Game, and then I only chimed in for the cool parts, and you had to then catch me up.
You conveniently seemed to either come back from your run or wake up, or whenever it was, you would always enter the room when the exciting game was happening. So you had probably the best Squid Game experience, was just watching all the cool shit every single time.
Yeah, and have to watch the filler.
And then having your roommate go, this happened, that's a bad person, they're cool, don't like them. And then you'd be like, cool, let's go.
Yeah, and spoilers, just in case nobody's seen Squid Games, but, watch it. Don't watch it in English. I've heard that's not a good viewing experience.
Yeah, but reading's also hard.
Yeah, reading is hard. That's why I made you do most of it for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did always come at the games, and you were like, oh, they all left the game at one point, and I was just like, oh, cool, missed that, who cares?
Yeah,
who needs character building when they're about to die?
Exactly. I don't care about any of them.
I didn't. Those bloody bad guy people, or some of them killing each other and pushing people through some glass and shit. They're all money hungry.
They're all evil people.
Little bitches.
But yeah, we've watched that. We've been watching Turner and Hooch. Great show.
Oh my god, if you haven't seen Turner and Hooch, sorry, this wasn't meant to be an all plugging for TV shows, but me and Jack make each other watch a lot of TV. But if you're going to do yourself another favour, watch Turner and Hooch. It is a masterpiece.
On Disney Plus. Also, while you're on Disney Plus, watch Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, may as well. And if you want to go over to Stan, watch Steven Universe. and then watch all 5 seasons and watch the movie, and then you can watch me and Jack watch the movie together with you at home.
Watch. Is it going to be a drunk
Of course it is, so I can sing.
Yeah.
I know every song from the show.
Great. Get that confidence going.
Get my confidence boosted.
Get those vocal cords singing.
Yeah.
A show we will not recommend to anyone that is on Disney Plus is What If.
Yeah. What if I wasted my time watching the series is what it should have been called.
What if they had no other ideas?
What if they got the bottom of the barrel of people to produce that show and they're like, this could work?
What about if they knew they had a devoted fan base who would watch any shit that they threw out there?
Yeah.
What if they just put the absolute shit on TV?
Because Marvel.
Because Marvel.
Because we've got the money. Come on, guys, watch it.
In saying that, though,
Yeah.
if Marvel wanted to offer us a movie contract or anything
Oh
like that,
my God.
please do.
Oh my god, Marvel, stay tuned for other podcasts where we're probably going to talk about you guys for a whole episode.
I definitely think that's where we would love to end up one day. Once the YouTube career booms
Blossoms.
and disappears, I think both of our sort of goals in some capacity is filmmaking and or video game design or TV shows or something like that.
Of
We
course.
definitely want to get to that point.
I mean, our acting career should have already blossomed by now.
yeah.
I mean, how have people not picked us up? Listen to my beautiful voice, my beautiful Australian male voice.
And listen to my not similar voice at all.
Yeah.
I sound nothing like Shay.
Yeah. That is Jack, I am Shay. And we're the Bunk Bed Buddies. Sorry we haven't done the title card yet.
And I am here.
I am here. What's my hero?
We are
God.
here.
Piggybacking off YouTube and our struggling careers as YouTube artists.
Yes.
How are you faring thus far with our success?
Has
Has it gone to your head yet?
Yeah, I have had a few people walk up to me just randomly in the street, and I assume they're asking for a signature, but really they're just like, "Hey, would you like to donate to this cause?" And I go, "I don't have the money."
I also, all 25 subscribers that we have, I'm always just like, hey, Patreon ain't paying off yet. I
Yeah.
can't afford to waste money on dying children.
Oh my god, no! Every time Jarman walks over to me, I go, "Please, not again! I don't need another fan walking up to me."
My friend and my fan. It's hard to differentiate now.
It's tough because you worry, are they mooching off you? Are they trying to get like a shout out to our 25 subscribers?
Yeah,
Like, what do they want? Because no one's just there to be nice.
No.
They've always
no.
got some hidden agenda.
There's always other motives.
Always.
Yeah, but it is hard. We're content creators.
We are.
Where our whole lives now revolve around being intellectually smart and being good at what?
No, sorry, it's just like, oh,
You are-
intellectually smart? That doesn't sound like us.
Intellectually smart is something I would use to describe us. Of course it is.
Of course.
But we are content creators, so we always have to feel like we are going beyond the boundaries and having to create something that people are going to enjoy. And it's hard to be able to be like, oh, this person's going to enjoy this, but this person won't enjoy this. And catering to the entire audience. And again, we have 25 subscribers, but that will go up.
That will go up. And, I mean, that is merely 1% of the viewers that watched Patrick video.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen our short, actually, if you haven't seen all of the things we've put up, you're missing out.
You're missing out. You're just missing
But we had a short that went 2.5k, which is really stupid. But justice for Patrick, the best player in Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl.
He's great. I think it's definitely a fine line that we walk, sort of being content creators. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I think we walk it well between doing the content and then still just hanging out and having fun sort of thing. Because it can become a chore if we go too far one way.
Yeah.
And then we can just become lazy if we just hang out sort of thing. But I do think we walk that line quite well, my friend.
Well, I think I've gotten quite well at differentiating between, because most podcast days I've begun ignoring you.
Yes. Yes.
Something you may have come to the realization of today.
Yes, when you blatantly said it, I realised that we do need to limit our conversations beforehand, because when we're not podcast days, it's 24/7 non-stop talking.
It's mostly talking.
It's mostly what we do.
Even after I said I limit my conversations with you on podcast days so we have things to talk about, because we get to the podcast and we're like, oh, what are we going to talk about? And then after I said that whole spiel, you turned around and started talking to me.
I
said, shut up!
I now totally understand that, but let's talk.
Hey, yeah, now we can talk. Now we're allowed to talk.
Now
to
we're
each other.
talking. Now
But
we're talking
yeah.
about some things such
as YouTube still, though. Sorry if you wanted to go into other things, but just thought I might
okay.
talk to you more about YouTube and how... Thank you.
You go.
I think, can I go? Can I
can.
talk? Okay. But like, yeah, it was, we do the podcast, which
do.
is a whole, this is, if you guys listening now, we're talking about you guys listening.
Hello.
But we do the podcast, we do our gaming videos, we've done some live stuff.
Our OnlyFans.
Our OnlyFans, oh my god, which is our moneymaker.
Oh my god, so much money. A surprising amount of money.
Yeah, I don't know why these people are paying us.
There's a lot of MILFs just dropping cash.
Yeah, and they're only like 5 kilometers away, which is really weird.
Which is tempting. But yeah, OnlyFans is blowing up. YouTube's overnight sensations.
Yeah, Pud. Check out our short. Check out the Pud short.
We do the live action stuff. We do like... We're slowly getting more into that. We do movie watches. There's a lot of stuff that we're
Drunk
doing.
movie watches. We're working on The Mummy being put up that keeps getting flagged for copyright infringement.
The thing with the drunk movie watches, it's kind of like a 2-day thing because it's getting drunk, watching a movie, then just doing general Jack and Shay shenanigans after being drunk.
Yeah.
Normally a drunk cars gameplay, continuing drinking, and then it's a hungover day where we're not feeling like doing anything.
Yeah, 100%. I'm probably not doing anything for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
When I get drunk, I get drunk. I only drink to get drunk.
Yeah.
It might be an issue.
Spoken like a true alcoholic.
Yeah. Only drink on the weekends.
Only binge drink.
Yeah. I'm all of the things. What else is wrong with me?
Give me some heroin while I'm there.
This arm needs a good heroin dosage.
I can stop any time though. It tastes delicious.
Stop talking about me and my coffee. Shay Lately loves coffee. It's a part of my thing. I go to Starbucks and I say, just give me my coffee. And they go, do you want a venti? And I go, what the fuck is that, Starbucks, man?
Give me an Ariana Grande.
And they just give her whole body over to me. And I'm like, where did you get her? Where does she come from?
We're at Rabina Town Centre. How did she get here at this Starbucks?
Why are you singing to me, Ariana? I don't listen to your music. It's not edgy enough.
It's just like, that's a weird criticism of Ariana Grande, a pop idol. If you go more edgy, more talking about deep dark shit, as I want.
Do you know what I don't like in my singers is them being a female for one,
Oh my
and them talking about their boy problems for two.
You know what I don't like about Ariana? Sorry, just quickly. She talks about having really good sex a lot.
Yeah, she does.
Like,
Am I supposed to believe that Pete Davidson's really good in bed?
the funny guy.
The funny guy?
If he's good in bed, I must be fucking great.
Yeah, I know. I can't be good looking, funny, and good in bed. You gotta cut one of the two of the things out of
Oh my
that.
god, and so modest as well. That's his greatest quality.
Talk more about me on the podcast. This podcast is about Shay.
It's a Shay podcast, everybody.
Shay Tent.
Shay 10.
It has actually become one of my favourite jokes with you, is putting content into just another word.
Nell tent.
Nell tent. Ouija tent.
It's just a lot of camping we do.
Yeah. Just love tents.
Tent.
There's a skit.
There's our next live video, is us just doing the podcast from a tent, doing some tent.
Out in the wilderness.
I feel like that would be a fun little podcast, actually.
Out by the fire, you can hear the crackling fire. It's like ASMR.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Just
god.
two boys in the woods.
2 boys, 1 tent.
Two boys in tent. Definitely haven't seen that video.
I haven't seen that
Yeah,
video.
definitely not one I've googled.
Remember we were talking about YouTube and how it's a struggle? How have we not blown up?
How have we not blown up like a blow-up doll?
Oh my god.
Side-
It's Ariana at Starbucks.
What's she doing over here?
Yeah, this is a blow up the whole time. No wonder she didn't sing to me.
No, but it is a... Let's just get real for a second. It is a real struggle being a YouTube star. It is day in and day out, just non-stop. And I work 2 jobs, and my family's starving. I just can't do it.
Do you want out? Because I'll just run the whole gauntlet.
The bunk bed buddy.
Yeah, and the bunk bed buddy. Who wants to join the bunk bed buddy?
Nell 10.
Oh,
It's just a full channel of Nell 10.
it's just Shane's cat.
It would blow up. It would blow up quicker than this.
It would. A lot of people buy into the cat niche.
Yeah.
Sorry, niche. It's the whole market.
It's a phenomenon. You know what we need if we need to blow up? We need tits. That's what we need.
Yeah, I'm 2 guys without tits. It's not enough tits.
No, it's...
That's why I keep putting all our thumbnails with gorgeous animated women with tits. If I put a real person on there, I'll probably get flagged. Put an animated person on there, it's practically G-rated.
It's blowing up. It's just a drawing.
It's a drawing, it's art.
It is art.
Yeah.
There is anything that any anime does is art, and it's not rude. I don't know how it gets an MA rating. It's just drawings. Get over it.
Yeah, get over, grow up.
Grow up. It's not like an actual person
I
getting
can-
chopped in half.
I can draw that at home.
I
I don't need you to tell me that I can't watch it because I'm not old enough. I could just draw 2 circles on a page, be like, there you go, there's Nami from One Piece.
Yeah, and then maybe she shoots someone. I put a bit of red pen on there.
Yeah.
Is that an MA all of a sudden?
Oh my god. Did you just put blood in your little cartoon picture?
MA.
MA. Oh my god. There's no blood. Ew. Not in my WWE.
No, not in my current day WWE.
No.
Sorry, no blood in your WWE. Is that a tangent into a WWE chat?
Oh, we can, but actually Nelly wouldn't firstly go into my grind, my gears, which will then talk about something else, which I could then talk about WWE with.
Shay, hit me with your gears.
Yeah, I'm very upset this week about one thing, and that one thing is hairbrushes.
Hairbrushes.
Jack, as a long-haired Yahoo, just like myself, except mine's longer and curlier, and let's be honest, I'm better looking in every way, shape, and form, and I'm funnier. God, I'm good. My hairbrush has to be super duper clean as best it can. Because you know what's more disgusting and unhelpful than a dirty hairbrush is a dirtier hairbrush.
It's just compacted hair upon hair upon hair. You never clean it out.
You never clean it out, and I don't mean to family drop. My sister used to be really good at not cleaning the hairbrush, especially if we were sharing a hairbrush. Because we're POV.
That's what siblings do.
It's what you do, and because who has enough money for 2 hairbrushes?
No one. I've never heard of anyone.
I don't know. I don't live in the 1%.
Even the rich people only have one hairbrush because they're like, this is an unneeded expense. We only need one.
Yeah, and I always break the handle too because my hair's too thick.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
too strong.
That's why my current hairbrush is broken.
It's just a little. But the benefit of once you break the handle is that you have much more control over where the hairbrush is going.
Yeah, because then it becomes just gripping the whole thing.
It's just
it's just a whole hairbrush and the whole hand.
It's like a horse brush. Like you've just got a full hand.
Or you get that more heft to it. You get like the shook shook.
Yeah, it's a whole sound effect, and it's definitely a sound I've become very accustomed to.
Yeah, us long-haired yahoos have to cut our hair. But like, if your hairbrush is dirty, and if your hairbrush is filled with hair, and then the next time you go to brush your hair, know what's already there on your hairbrush of hair? Hair! It's last time's job. You didn't finish after you finished last time's job, and now this time's job is being hindered by last time's job.
You've got double the hair.
But not double the flavour.
No flavour in that. You don't want to be eating hair.
No.
Get a bloody furball coughing up in no time. The one more thing that would be worse than finding hair in your hairbrush? Corn. Shout out to John.
Yeah, shout out to your dad. Does not like corn.
Does not like corn and has just been seemingly recently inundated with random corn attacks in his life. It's been very upsetting.
I feel bad for John. Because if there's one thing in life I wouldn't do, I hate and despise rocking up in my everyday life and ruining it, I'd probably have to jump off a bridge.
Oh my god, yeah.
Could you imagine if I was just walking down the street, mind my business, reading my newspaper, and all of a sudden I flick open a page and there's a dirty hairbrush? Oh my god, day's ruined. Hairbrush. And then John's opening the same newspaper to the same page, bang, corn. Ruined his day. We both jump off the same bridge.
God, I open up mine and there's suddenly commitment. Oh no!
Oh no! Can't commit, I'm sorry.
Can't commit.
Shay Laley has an issue with dirty hairbrushes. Future wife, I'm talking to you.
That's a perfect segue into something I wanted to bring up with you, Shay. Weirdly, well done.
Okay, I didn't mean to. I was going to keep segueing off myself. I'm really good at that.
We'll get back to WWE.
Yeah, thank you.
But I just want to quickly bring up, what are some red flags that you would be a turn off in a start of a relationship?
Start of a relationship.
Yeah, would you, like, if there was like, I'm just going to list off some of mine just quickly, just to maybe like, just while you've got
just to jot my mental capacity to work better.
Yeah, just to give you some time to think.
Yeah.
Because I have just sprung this on you.
That's fine.
Let me list a few red flags here for me. Vegans.
Ew. You know what goes well with that one? Is people who don't know which way to face in the shower. I know exactly where you're going. If somebody's going to be like, criticize me in the way I face in the shower, I'm a rotator when it comes to the shower. Who just goes all face or all back?
I'm like a spit roast in the shower. I'm a rotisserie.
I'm a rotisserie. Mate, I'm like the Euros at the bloody the kebab shop.
Oh my!
You can spin me around, baby.
Yeah.
I gotta get all of that heat.
I'm getting steamy up in here. I feel like I probably face away more so than that, but it's not something that
to breathe.
To breathe. I'm not drowning.
It's a good way to go.
If you ever hear a large thump in while I'm showering, it's me drowning.
It's too much face shower.
Too much face shower. Nothing worse.
That water pressure's just... It's so tough here in the mansion.
Oh my god, just like, built the pipes right. But yeah, I don't think I would, not naming names
Yeah.
or naming countries,
Yeah.
but I would not hold that against someone if they faced away in a shower. Something I would hold against them was if they were a smoker, and not like the cigarettes, like the guy from One Piece.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to date him.
Yeah, well, he's got these two plumey.
Oh my god, how can I hold his hand?
Yeah, he just dissipating into some smoke. Up there he goes again.
I don't know when he's gonna. He comes home late, smells of smoke. Have you been smoking again?
He's probably just been fighting the locals.
Stop.
Because it's his superpower.
You been fighting that stretchy arm guy again? Come on, smoker.
Come on, Captain.
Something else that would be a big old red flag for me is if they talk about Hitler a lot. If they just like, you know what?
You know what people didn't get around? No, I feel like more people should have been on the Nazi bandwagon.
Yeah, you know what? I'm all for second chances. Then no one gave Hitler a second chance.
Yeah.
If you just did too many of those chats, red flag.
You know what? My biggest issue is if I'm like, oh, so what like basketball team do you go for? And she's like, oh, I don't follow basketball. Oh, what do you follow? The Nazis.
That
I'd be like, it's not a sport I really got into, but you know,
is it
genocide. It's great.
I guess it's. I guess you're burning calories. I guess there's teams.
There definitely was teams. I would consider every war a sport. There's always a team. There's always a team you can get behind.
It's like the World Cup. It's like the biggest World Cup.
Yeah.
Everyone's involved.
Yeah. Whose side you got in World War II, mate? Oh, I was kind of... Those Germans were bloody killing it for a while. Yeah, they killed a couple, weren't they? No, just in general, they were killing it.
They were killing it.
They did good at war.
They did a good war job. Yeah, but definitely a red flag. Definitely a red flag. And then just one last one, similar to that. If they don't know about things, like if they didn't know about sport, that's fine. But if they didn't know about FGL...
You're telling me if they didn't know about Florida Georgia Line, I'd even be talking to them in the first place? That's like the first thing I ask. My Tinder profile is pretty much like, you don't know what FGL is? Don't ask me for a date.
If they're not wearing a cowboy hat and sitting on the back of a ute, not my girl.
Yeah. If she's not talking about a red pickup and her mama and church on Sunday and her overalls and her dirty ripped jeans that she wore out in the fields and her scarecrow.
Oh my god. If she's not talking about all of those, or doesn't get the reference to Bo Burnham, red flag.
Red flag. Go watch Bo Burnham on Netflix, people.
Yeah. Recently, snubbed for a Grammy. He was not eligible for the comedy Grammy.
Why not?
For an album, just some bullshit reason. Very upsetting.
Was there the reason? Can we know?
It wasn't.
Do I and the audience not get to know?
It just didn't hit the criteria for a comedy album, I guess. I guess it's kind of too out there.
Real?
And too real, I guess. For his Inside show, which was brilliant, which we still need to watch. Another thing.
No, we have to finish. You haven't let me watch the second half.
Yeah, sorry.
You're putting bands on things. Me, a guy who lets you watch anything under the blue moon. This week we can watch Steven. I give you MHA. I give you literally every other show.
Yes, you give me
the hundreds of shows.
You give me the world.
The hundreds of shows I'm currently making you watch right now, and I don't think we've finished a single one.
No, and we started Demon Slayer. I started Demon
You
Slayer.
started. Don't ever put me in that same bandwagon as you.
I wouldn't dare.
Red flags. I do agree with you. One other red flag I've thought of as you were speaking to me, and I had to listen. I also have to use my mental strength to think of my own ideas as you speak.
It's tough.
It is. It's a tough life being poddies. Or pod boys.
Pod boys.
Two boys, one pod. Name change.
2 boys, 1 pod, 1 tent.
Pod tent.
Pod tent. Tent.
Oh, tent. Chime in for our tent content.
Deep. There's so many levels.
Is people have an issue with the way that toilet paper faces?
People do.
People do it. I don't see how it hinders me in any way. It's not like I'm missing an arm. Like that would hold me up from going to the toilet. I'm sure I'd have to turn around a certain way so I can flush the toilet. I can only wipe myself a certain way.
Yes.
But people who have 2 hands that are really easy to use both hands, not like they have one hand, and then they turn and they're like, oh, my toilet paper is facing the wall. That is the hardest thing I have ever had to do.
Burn the house down and start again.
End the relationship, walk out the door, listen to FGL.
That's just rub it all in their face. This is the true me.
Joke's on you, I knew FGL the whole time, dickhead.
Yes. But yeah, no, toilet paper, not a huge factor. I definitely prefer it over the top sort of thing.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I know people do.
Yeah.
Like you. Red flag. Where's ours facing?
It's It's facing I would say the right way currently.
It's facing a way, I'd say.
It's facing a way. Very, very wise of you and very, very mindful of you as well.
Oh,
Just to be
yes.
like, whatever whether it's half full or half empty, the glass has water in it. Enjoy your drink.
Yeah.
Whether the toilet paper be facing one way or the other, you've still got toilet paper. Be
Yeah,
happy.
some people don't have toilet paper, and I'm just thankful that there's someone in my role.
That's it.
Now there's a whole market of people that I feel bad for, people who can't afford toilet paper.
Oh my God.
And I won't be able to afford toilet paper if this YouTube thing doesn't blow up soon.
Come on. Yeah, I mean, you might have to start looking at other jobs, maybe.
I don't want to work and talk to people outside of you.
Well, thank you. But you do have a job interview tomorrow.
I have a job thing tomorrow.
Yes, and I just wanted to maybe prep you for it, if you don't mind.
Okay, we're going to do some training.
We're going to do some training right
Ooh,
now. We're going to do
limber up.
a little bit of improv. I'm going to be the job.
You're the job, and I'm
The jobbie.
the jobbee.
Yeah, the jobbie.
Okay, you're the job giver, and I'm the job taker.
That is the official title of this place. Thank you for being so courageous in coming in like that, good sir. I just wanted to ask you, what makes you right for this job?
Well, have you seen this face? It is magazine-worthy face.
Yeah.
And then just think about that in real life. People open magazines and they see a beautiful face. They think, oh, I want to read more of this magazine. People walk into your store, they see my face, they want to come back to the store more. They see that face and they go, more of him.
Just a quick question for you. Sorry, sir. Do you have a volume control at all?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's what
I'm
we
here,
like.
I'm here to have fun
Yeah.
and look good doing it and sound good for other people.
That is great to hear. We need that on our team. We
Yeah.
need that. Now, what drew you to this job role here?
Well, I was at a restaurant,
yes.
and the back of the menu had a little maze, and I had to draw my way through
Yes,
the maze
that is
with
what we do.
with the pen they provided. And when I got to the end of the maze, it was the job application being done, and I was like, "Oh, this is how I got here."
But yeah, we do like little puzzles here. We like to have a bit of fun here at this workplace of work.
A bunch of bloody larrikins. I can already see it on your faces.
We are. Speaking of facial things, how do you feel about small little mustaches?
I like small little mustaches, but I like them to start from the corner of your lips and then stop by the time they get to the middle by I don't know, 4 centimeters.
That is good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, from the sound of thing, it's been great. You are hired. Welcome to the Nazis.
Oh no! It was a trick. How did I get? Well, I may as well join.
I may as well join. I don't want to be on the losing side.
No, I'm not an expert on history, but I only hear about you guys a lot, so you must have done well.
Yeah, we've done very well. We've been underground for a little while, but we've re-emerged more powerful than ever.
I've bloody been in the underground, have you? Bloody, I like that Need for Speed game.
It is very good. And now you can go on a date with that girl. Hey,
Oh yeah, and she likes FGL,
it's just got so much.
Nazi and FGL. God, country music and genocide. That's what I asked for in my cup of teas.
That's it. What an album name.
Yeah.
FGL, maybe.
I'm just Tyler. Listen to me, mate.
Well, Shay, I think you are ready for your job interview tomorrow.
Thanks.
And just to be very clear, he's not going to go join a neo-Nazi group. It's just a bit. Just a bit.
But I do have a job interview tomorrow, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, he already has the job.
I already have the job.
So congratulations on that. Well done. Hopefully it's very much part-time, maybe one shift a week, and you can still do the YouTube side of things.
100% don't want to do a normal job. I'm like, okay, come on, famous people, find me, like my content, and put me out there, because I'm ready just for you to pay me to be good at my life.
Yeah. Because boy, are we good. We're good at it.
Jack, earlier we had a little bit of discussion about hair.
We did.
That discussion about hair didn't get to end there.
And you're rhyming.
God, I'm rhyming a lot today. I've been on a shaving journey as of late.
Mm.
And it's been exploring my body, my hairy body,
Yeah.
and looking for places to just cut hair off.
Mm.
Just to see how it feels. And a place that I, as a male, has never been comfortable reaching is the entirety of my ass.
Okay. Interesting.
Because it's always been there. And as I ventured to this part of my body, I discovered something with myself.
Mm.
And that is that I forgot the weird part of a child's life when you're a boy, you go through puberty, and you forget the chafing that your body went through when hair started to grow on your ass. Do you feel anything when I say that? Does anything tingle in your ears, or maybe your backside?
A tingle of my backside. Well, this is a discussion that we have had in the past.
We have had.
Because I'm a believer that it is something that should be shaved, of a cleanliness thing. I have done that area semi-often, and I can totally relate to that feeling. That 3-day period, I'm sure anyone that shaves any sensitive area of their body can relate to this. There is a period where it is just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It is not good.
Well, like, as I was reaching back and exploring myself, I was like, I remember how being a kid and being a teenage kid, not knowing how to speak about the things changing in your body, I thought back to when, of course, hair was growing on my arse. And I was like, something's kind of sore back there.
Yeah.
And I got and you do a lot of sport as a kid, so you get a little bit of chafing. And I used to remember waking up some days and being like, my ass is rubbed a lot and it hurts, and I don't know why. It's like sandpaper. What is happening to me?
It's a growing boy's body, and for those maybe out there that aren't familiar with puberty,
yeah, if you're not aware of puberty, get ready for it.
It's a hell of a journey. But yeah, no, a very interesting topic. There is definitely a process to the male body and getting it manscaping. To do a manscaped job, there's a lot of areas that one does need to tick off. Some people will just do the lower extremities. Some people will do the chest, the underarms, all that kind of stuff. It's all up to personal preference.
It is. And one place that I think everyone can agree on that is super uncomfortable, and I only use this word when I talk of our friend Syria, but shaving the gooch is the most threading of the needle thing you should ever have to do in your life.
It's a sensitive area. It's an awkward place to try and maneuver to. Yeah.
See, I bend really well actually for a super strong, sexy male. But while I was having a look around, I was like, be careful down there, sir. These 3 blades have never been so close to ruining your life. Anything ever had been that close to.
You might not be able to have kids after this shaving accident.
Yeah. So I was just having a shower, and next thing you know, the ambulance is picking me up.
Next thing, I blacked out.
I've lost so much blood to the drain.
Oh my god, this is such a traumatic event for him.
Speaking of, the job profession that not many people give much justice to are the arse shavers or the arse waxers.
Oh, the waxers. I've heard some horror stories from people who just, the person didn't shower beforehand, they didn't,
Fair enough. I had a busy day.
I just think you're taking that person's side. A very cleanly person, but you're like, yeah, you know what? Don't clean before you go get your ass fixed.
It's her job.
He or she should be used to just seeing all manner of it. It's like a doctor.
Once you've seen one asshole, you can see all the assholes.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think there's some immaculate ones.
Well, yeah, there's some differences in assholes.
And there's some ones that have never seen the light of day that should not be seen, sort of thing. I think you can group all assholes into one asshole.
And the shavery will be the first one to see that daylight that asshole has made it to.
And what a great asshole after that.
An immaculate asshole.
An immaculate.
So speaking of this job profession that nobody gives justice to, I don't give a fuck about nurses and doctors. They have nothing on the people who have to shave everyone's assholes.
Shit.
Yeah, that's all the worst part of their job. All the nurses who are like, oh god damn it, old Mr. McGregor's got to be cleaned today, and she's got to clean him that day. And then you've got the lady who's like, this is my 72nd asshole today, and it's only 3 p.m.
Because a nurse maybe sees
3
or 4 assholes a day, if they're lucky, if they're having a good day.
Yeah.
But a asshole specialist,
it's her job.
It's a lot of assholes.
I'm a podcast specialist. This lady, asshole specialist.
She's an asshole entrepreneur.
Oh, she makes money through ass.
Yeah. She's an ass expert.
So we spoke about WWE earlier though, Jack. And I was wondering.
Interesting.
I was wondering. A lot of them wear undies and stuff.
Yes.
Little undie tights. And I'm like, do they have a shavery on site?
I feel like that's their own job. I feel like that's
a tough job. I'd always have to have a partner. I don't have a partner right now, ladies. But I'd be like, hey, is my gooch clean?
Yeah.
If I wear my undies right now, can you see any hair, darling?
I reckon I actually tell her. I think they just have a waxer. Her name's Jenny.
Oh, Jenny the Waxer.
She's from Russia, and she's just ruthless. She's like, spread your legs, and just
Hunter, take it off.
Yeah, Hunter has empty. Randy, spread them.
Randall Keith.
Yeah, I feel like I now that you say it, I definitely think there is they've got their own asshole expert.
They have to. I'm sure you're sitting there in your underwear, tights, things, and then Vince walks up to you, who runs WWE. I don't know if people know that, and he goes, "Trips, I can see some hair in that bloody thigh, mate."
Yeah.
And that's when he goes, "Oh fuck, I'm in strife now. The whole world is going to see my little dirty, hairy thigh." Jenny comes in, has the razor in hand. She has a second razor just in case Randy needs one quickly, and she just have to shove her hand back there and fix him up.
Yeah.
That's a whole job they have to pay someone to do, just be on hand, ready to remove hair.
And what a job. They're probably paid very well.
Probably paid very well and probably gets to see the best arseholes.
Yeah. Some immaculate ones there.
Yeah.
Now, Shay, all I can say to you after that chat is, what a journey.
Thanks for belittling everything I care about.
It is a new thing that Shay has opened my eyes to, and it's fucking hilarious to do to people.
Yeah, it is, because sometimes people tell shit stories.
So, for example, I told a very uninteresting story about a new technology in in clothes dryers. I'll spare you the details now, but it went on for a little too long, and Shay ended it with, well, that was a journey. And it's just so demoralizing immediately.
Well, I'm glad it was demoralizing because I had to sit through the story. Do I look like a kind of guy who cares about washing machines?
You do not, and I should have read the room. But I did not, and I powered on, and I regretted it immediately. And I got my comeuppance.
Yeah, did you?
I did. It still stings.
Good. I hope it still burns for a while. That's 3rd degree burns, baby, and you have to sit in it without any help.
Oh, that's spicy. Another thing I just want to mention, another favourite thing of yours that you do say is war of nutrition.
I do love a war of nutrition.
I don't remember the inception of this joke. I think you meant to say attrition.
Nope.
It was always meant to be nutrition?
Yep.
Well, it's become a part of our lives. I'm sure you'll hear it in many other things from here, but I just wanted to give it a shine in the light of day just now quickly. I love war of nutrition, and I love...
Well, sometimes it is a war of nutrition.
It is a war of nutrition.
Sometimes people's bodies have just more nutrients than others.
They do.
And it's become a war, and they were not prepared because they weren't nutrientized enough.
They were malnourished.
They were malnourished. They got scurvy.
And they need some vitamin C. Thanks,
Yeah.
Pink.
Yeah, Pink. Shout out to Pink's song from SpongeBob. Even the movie, wasn't it in like that TV special with the pirate looking for the treasure?
Something like that. It was a hell of a journey.
Oh. Speaking of journeys, Jack. I got a question for you.
Hit me with it.
If you could be proficient at one thing and one thing only, the top dog of things, what would that one random aspect be? And I'm not talking some grandiose, amazing thing. Something basic that you are like, yeah, I know how to do that. Because mine,
Yeah.
unless you had one ready,
Go.
mine would be to be proficient at blowing bubblegum bubbles.
That is a very good one.
Because in cartoons, they do it a lot, there's always that cool character, mysterious character, who just blows the perfect bubble. It pops at the perfect time just so they like can be snarky.
Yeah.
And then it all goes back in their mouth perfectly without going in like their beard. Well, most of them don't have beards. But I know that Chewie gets stuck in a man's beard and it hurts.
It does.
Whereas it stuck their lips. Doesn't get stuck to my fat nose.
No.
My fat nose.
Oh, it's so fat.
Somebody fix my nose.
Someone give us a bloody plastic surgeon sponsor, please.
Sponsor, please. But like you blow out like perfect bubble. I can be snarky. I can be sitting here in the pod, and you're telling you whatever you don't care about journey you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then at the perfect time, I just pop my bubble, suck it back into my mouth, and then I hit you with what a journey.
The key to a good bubble pop is the sort of smacking, like the open chew beforehand, that, and then pop.
That's me.
That's a really good thing to be proficient at, because that's not something everyone's good at.
No.
But when it hits, it hits.
Yeah. And I can blow a bloody good bubble sometimes, but it doesn't happen all the time. It's like I got my extra in my mouth. That's not bubble popping gum.
You need the hubba bubba.
You need some bubble. You need some of those $2 ones that you can buy at Kmart and the huge barrels.
Yeah, the first thing that came to my head when you said something to be proficient at, like, I sort of thought, like, sport or something, but then that's cheating sort of thing, because then you're just going to make lots of money. But you want to be something that's...
But like also, you can't be proficient at soccer. You got to be proficient at kicking a goal from the left wing.
Yes.
Like,
is that a position?
I don't know! I don't know why I spoke about soccer, and I don't know why I said left wing.
Because we've watched Ted Lasso. Great show.
Still don't know if it's right, though. Somebody tell me.
Something I wish I was proficient at would be, like, cutting onions.
Without crying?
Yeah, something like... Or I just sort of then went barbecue oriented, like cooking, like, the perfect steak or sausage. Like, something like that of just, like, when you have people over, you go, oh, boom, 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 done. And it's not even a thought sort of thing. But, like, cutting onions would be a fun one, because you just go chop, 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 you don't cry. They're all finely diced.
Imagine the war games that you could have with people where you cut up an onion and just make eye contact with someone the whole time.
And they'll look under your eyes.
Yeah, it's like you gotta like, oh, I could use a tissue. Oh, no, I got my bloody onion here. Just peel it out and blow into it.
Oh, perfect. Oh,
perfect. So there's a little snot onion in the bin.
Snot onion.
Snotty onion. But yeah, and I originally, when I was writing that little side tangent down, I was like, proficient. I was like, oh, you can't be the best of the best.
No.
And then I had cars. I was like, oh, I'd love to be proficient in cars, but it'd have to be a particular car or a particular part of a car.
Yeah.
It's like you come up and someone's like, oh, my bloody exhaust pipe must be all messed up.
Yeah.
Car lingo inserted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I walk up and I'm like, nah, it's your bloody fuel pump there. That's your issue. Let me tell you a little ditty about fuel pumps.
We both dream of being better at cars than we are. I know that I have to fill it up with petrol. I have to check oil. There's oil part somewhere.
I don't know.
And I shouldn't open the hot water part near my engine when the car's on, because it'll shoot up and burn me.
And you shouldn't do it without holding a dirty rag.
You should always have a dirty rag.
You should always have a dirty rag at your car.
That's only ever been used on the engine for oil stuff.
Shit, something. I haven't used it. Dad's probably used it. But he knows it's there. It might be being used.
It's the old faithful.
Another proficiency that I had when I was in my stupid headspace and thinking, what would be really funny to say? I was like, God damn it, something I know I'm not good at, but I'd love to be proficient at, which would be so easy to be proficient at if I cared. But to make the perfect chatterbox. Do you remember what a chatterbox is?
I do, the little...
Girls were great at making them.
Yeah.
And mine used to look like some kid had paper in his hands and he turned it into something.
It's a little square.
I used to hold pieces of paper in front of me, like, was it a 2? 1, 2? Oh, there's some options underneath that one.
Yeah.
Hey, they're just cue cards.
There's just slides of paper that you just cut up.
You can say 2 and it's going to find where I had 2 stats.
Oh, no, I dropped it. Oh, no.
The order.
Oh, no.
Did you say blue?
Don't even have blue pen. It's just 3 reds, and I just wrote different colours on them.
And they had a yellow pencil.
Do you want a green red or a red red?
But like, I never. Somebody wants to teach me how to make a chatterbox. I'm in. Do you want it to be a dirty chatterbox where it's only the naughty things? I'm double in.
Do you want it to be like a really just mean one where I tell you to kill yourself every time you do one?
I was also that kid. It was either super sexy or super dark.
Yeah. One thing that just popped in my head that I'd love to be proficient at, for no other reason than these people that are good at it, they're only good at this and nothing else. It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. Like you make a lot of money off being a good Rubik's Cuber. It's
like, okay, cool, here's a mixed up Rubik's Cube. Okay, I'm going to put it behind my back. Done. Here's a done Rubik's Cube.
And I'm amazed every time. How to do that?
How did he do that?
I'm confused. He's not confused, but he did it, and I'm confused watching him do it. He's won. That's a war game and a win and a half.
That's it. Magic tricks would be a good one as well. Just
like
one
magic trick. You got to be proficient at one.
And it'd have to be a card trick as well, because card tricks are great.
Yeah, you got 52 things to work with.
Yeah.
What if I limit it down? You're only good with one card.
The 4 of hearts is the only thing you can do.
My ace of spades. Oh, was that in the trick again? Anyone?
Yeah, it's the same joke, mate. It's always the ace of spades.
That's all I've got. It's my whole repertoire.
Where's your other cards? I'm not allowed to have them. I'm only proficient with the ace of spades.
And when you are a spade, oh, he got me again. Stop coming to my shows.
Stop it.
That one guy.
That's a mean guy.
It's been guys his whole life though.
What else you got to do? He's just got to come pick on you. Just a question for you, back at you, Shay. That was a very good question.
I'm a question guy. I question.
You question things, and you answer things such as this question. Best chip flavour?
Plain.
Okay, simple.
Not simple. Very complex.
So many flavours.
They're called healing chips, the plain chip. Best on a hangover. Best before a hangover. Best with a beer. Best without a beer. Best with the raspberry cordial. You know what? They're even best without a paired drink. They're just the best chip. A plain chip. A salty, delicious, plain chip.
If Smith's doesn't sponsor us after that...
That's what's a me. Don't you buy in on my plain lifestyle? But I ain't plain at all, baby.
Because I'm happy to do a chicken chip sponsor promotion. Just be like...
Interesting that you're going with chicken. Is that your choice?
No, I'm just saying, like, if Smith's is getting to us, they don't have a honey soy option. Which is my choice.
It is your choice.
But I'd take a chicken. I'd take a barbecue. I'd take a salt and vinegar.
You're just going to take the rest of the chips.
You do such a good job at the plain chips. I'm back, and I'll just pop on screen and every other chip flavour.
Want some light and tangy?
No one wants light. Actually, light and tangy, I haven't had it in a very long time.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a Smith's Chips rating video. That'd be fun.
That's a really fun idea. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, right. Guys, you're pretty much just here for the idea part of our days. That's what the podcast becomes, is us just talking about what's next. Future endeavours, you might put it.
Oh.
Haha, bringing it back.
I am here.
I am still here.
Speaking of food.
Okay, yeah.
Just one more question for you.
You got heaps of questions? I'm ready to go.
We had a questionnaire of sorts today.
I got more. I got like 17 questions if you want to talk about them.
That's quick fire. Subway order. When you walk up to Subway.
I go, hello, you got any salami? You got any bacon? Put those in a herb lemon cheese, slicey cheese bread. The bread one with the cheese thing, that one?
Yep.
Yeah,
and the only bread.
Yeah, the only bread. What's it called?
Italian herb and cheese.
That's too hard.
I don't know Italians.
The best bread, and they go, oh, plain bread? I'm like, no. Only if it's a plain chip, lady.
That's it. The only plain thing I have is
chips. Yeah, it's plain chips. And you, Jack?
Chicken of sorts. It might be a chicken strips, it might be a chicken classic, and it might be a chicken schnitzel. It varies between those three. It will be then toasted with cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, carrot, mayo, salt and pepper. Thank you. See you later.
I didn't know we were going to do a whole Subway order.
What was the rest of your order?
I don't want to tell them because I don't want people to know how good mine is.
You get secret discounts with yours as well.
Yeah, my footlong always equals to like $8 somehow, and it's not $8. But alas, I keep getting them for cheap. I just think the girls of our local Subway love me.
That's it. He's so charming.
I am a charmer of sorts.
Yeah.
I'm a Subway charmer. Subway lady charmer.
Get your little flute out, and the Subway girls go,
$8 sub coming our way.
What's happening?
Okay, well, piggybacking off how good your question was about Subway orders, Jack, what is your ultimate chill out routine? Let me hear a little ditty about that.
Well, recently it's been like a book or something. Like I do like reading a book.
What book are you reading right now?
I'm currently reading Dune by Frank Herbert.
Ah, a new movie's coming out, I hear.
A new movie is coming out. But sort of other sort of like wind down sort of things. Like I'll put on some Bob's as a classic wind down for us.
Ah, I wonder who started that trend. The main character. My cat.
Yeah, she bloody loves Bob's. I'll do some YouTube, put that in the background. Maybe listen to the Bunk Bed Buddies podcast. I don't know why I'm plugging my podcast on my podcast.
I am forever plugging us, okay? Yeah. Until people know that I should be shoved down their throats, keep listening.
Right down the gullet.
Right down the gullet is they getting the serving of Shay and Jack.
That's a double serving.
It's a double pound. That's a lot of gullet pounding.
That's a double gullet pounder.
That's your ear gullet getting pounded with some great talent.
That's a full load of Jack and Shay going right down your ear gullet.
It's the best content they'll ever get. And they'll say, I can't have any more content, I only want that content. And they're forever faithful.
I want that BBB tent.
I'm glad that question surfaced such plugging for ourselves.
Yeah. What's your wind down routine, Shay?
Well, when it's going to bed, I do like to listen to ASMR. I'm a big ASMR junkie.
Yes.
I used to think it was the weirdest possible thing in the world. I was like, who wants to listen to somebody scrape their fingers and do weird shit with their mouth? And then you listen to it and you're like, oh, this is kind of fire, and my body feels weird. And I love it.
Yeah.
But you know, like when somebody would like scratch like and they do that and you're like, wow, why does that feel good? What are you doing to me, you little bloody noise smith?
What are you, witch?
You witch. Stop putting hexes on me.
Why am I enjoying this so much? It must be some sort of spell.
But I do like ASMR. I do like having anime in the background all the time.
Yes.
Purely because it's usually entertaining if I turn around. I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. And I can go back to whatever I'm doing.
Yes.
Otherwise, I do like putting my Pokemon into correct boxes.
That is a great little, like, anything sort of like, I was going to say monotonous, but just sort of repetitive is a great sort of way of sort of getting yourself into that mindset.
Like, my Pokemon home is still a mess, but it's a big job, but it's a fun job.
Slowly but surely.
And I get to relax while I do it.
Another thing I think we both like to do in our wind down time is perk up with some cars. All right, time to wind down. Let's perk ourselves up to the 18th level and play some cars.
Let's play some cars.
Or Smash Bros.
Yes, Smash Bros. Awesome Nickel Star Brawl.
Yeah.
Awesome parts of the Lego Parts of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that is a random little thing that popped up. Very entertaining. Great films. That's all.
Is that all? Okay, God,
fun.
it's great fun. Have you got something that defines your childhood?
Oh, wow.
Because
Okay.
I got two
Okay.
that probably created the character that people know and love today.
Okay, hit me with your two.
My two. One of them is my love for Thomas the Tank Engine. I was always the forever Thomas the Tank kid. People come at me and they're like, how about trucks? And I'm like, how about you fuck off? And I'm only in kindergarten. I'm like, grow up, guy, and get a fucking train up ya. This is the guy they love. Remember I said at the start.
yes.
Everyone's like, yeah, truck guys do suck.
They do.
Train guys, that's where it's at.
It's so cliche to love the trucks. So the train is a superior vehicle. It can hold more people and can move more things.
I like Thomas, and I learnt a lot of words that I still don't know the meaning of to this day. Like, deputation.
Deputation.
What the hell is that? Is it deputy?
Can you name a lot of parts of the train that people wouldn't...
Like the axle rods.
Yeah.
And the bootlace.
What's the bootlace?
It's when you use a guy's bootlace to tie coupling rods together. It's an episode.
I don't know if like there's train conductors going, oh, the carriages are falling apart.
Yeah.
If only we had, and he looks down at his shoe, a bootlace.
No, they didn't have bootlaces on. Only one of the passengers had a bootlace, and he was too rich and too posh to give up his bootlace, so they had to wait in the rain or whatever and chill there. And he's like, I'm not giving up my bootlaces, and then he finally gives in because he feels bad and needs to give him the bootlace. And they tie it together, and then the train goes.
Well,
and James is like, thank God this day's over. I like Thomas. It's great shit.
It's great. It was one of your defining moments of your childhood.
It was,
Another
and it
thing?
still is.
And it defines your life.
Yeah, and when you finish Steven Universe or My Hero Academia or One Piece or whatever else I'm making you watch, I'm gonna make you watch Thomas.
Can't wait.
Drunk watch Magic Railroad.
And then I think we'll have a Thomas episode of the podcast.
We have to.
we
It defined my childhood.
And we might need to do a trip up to Brisbane.
Yeah, we have to
And
get Jolly in.
We'll have our first ever special guest. Actually, that's a great first ever special guest is Jolly.
That's right. We could talk about mental health with some of our friends. We could talk about the struggles of YouTube life. We could talk about how much we love our family with our family. No, we're going to talk about Thomas the Tank Engine with my Thomas friend.
That's it.
He's also my normal friend, but hey, he can be my Thomas friend.
His
what
official title.
That's what the people will get to know him as.
His official title is the Thomas friend.
The Thomas friend. Sorry, Del. Another defining moment was watching something on TV and thinking that life could be made into a game about it. And one I love to use as an example is watching Madagascar for the first time. It has so many different characters, so many different elements, and then I'd go to my mate's house and we'd pretend to be Madagascar game players. So I'd be like, I'm Marty, and then he'd go like, well, I'm the penguins. And I'm like, what, all four? All four of the penguins?
Very good actor.
And then we'd like run around, we'd find like power-ups, and then like we loved that so much in this whole world we created. We watched Sonic a lot. So then we'd be like, oh, I'm going to be Sonic. I'm like, oh, so you got to go fast. And I'll be Knuckles. He's like, you're the punchy guy. Like, there's an enemy over there. You got to punch him. And I'd be like, why don't you go fast?
Yeah, that's... I hadn't really thought much about what defined my childhood, but I'm going to straight piggyback off that with a very close friend of mine from school his name was Dylan, but not current, not the Dylan that we know and love who does Twitch, but another Dylan from Mudgee. And
shout out to Mudgee.
Shout out to Mudgee. And we would have those exact same games. We would do booby traps.
Oh, of course.
And we would just set up traps for my brother, and it was so mean. We would literally do like ropes and then like try and pull his leg, just do all these like traps. And poor kid just went through hell, just like us throwing traps at him. But doing those exact same games, I remember very distinctly this moment now that you bring up doing like Madagascar and...
What, gay bashing your brother made you think of that? Sorry, Michael, but your brother's a bully. And he's homophobic.
It was before he was gay.
Well, you probably made him gay. Two boys being all over him all the time. He's like, this is kind of enjoyable.
And that's it.
It's like Stockholm Syndrome.
Thank
you. Keep this all in. This is justice for the gays.
I can't be known as the guy that gay bashed his brother.
That's wrong on a lot of levels, but hilarious.
But hilarious.
For the pod.
Speaking of, like, it triggered me as you were sort of saying that, like, you were doing the Madagascar things and the Sonic...
I am so cool, by the way, everyone.
It still does it to this day, and I go, shame.
If anyone wants to come around and play those kind of games, I'm up for it. I'm up to run around the streets and be like, well, I'm going to be Forearms today. And he's going to be like, well, I'm going to be Heat Blast.
That's it.
And we both apparently like Ben 10.
One can only hope. Big game we used to play around was like Secret Agents, like James Bond. I think was a huge sort of thing in my childhood.
Playing
like
GoldenEye by with the boys.
Yeah, that was
real life GoldenEye.
But something I remember from my front yard was we were doing renovations and we just had planks of wood in the front yard. And I had my birthday party and we had everyone over and we played Pirates of the Caribbean and we were all just walking on the planks, like sort of sword fighting on the planks around the whole front yard. It was the best thing ever.
See? It's a
life.
See life, yes. Yeah. See, it's a defining childhood moment. I'm sorry, I opened up such a memorable part of your life.
That was great. That was a great little memory. I also saved my brother's life in that front yard once.
Wow, so you're telling me before you were setting booby traps for your brother.
Yeah. And
now you're saving his life. That's not an arc I was expecting to hear about in this trilogy, but tell me more.
That's it. He, one day Mum was doing something and left the front door open and Michael, 2-3 years old, just ran out the front and was just started running down the road. And I was like, Mum, Michael just left. And she's like, no, he hasn't. He's just, oh no. And then I just sprinted out after my brother. And he was just about to get onto the road and I grabbed him and picked him up and walked him back. I say that I saved his life. I don't think he was that far. Like, I don't think he was close to dying, but it just makes it more exciting.
And we're so close to having a world without Michael. Oh my god, I'm so upset.
It would have been tragic. I can't wait to have him on the podcast and him to just gloat about his singing and how great he is. Yeah, he's so modest.
He's also my favourite Coleman, so I can't wait till he's on.
Who can blame you?
Who can blame me? Well, this podcast has been longer than I expected it was going to be. We did ramble a lot. But I got one... It's kind of our niche.
Yeah.
Not many people can do that. Not many people can talk to each other. Yuck. Oh. Sorry, everyone. It's not going to be the spewing episode.
No, that's a later one.
It's a future endeavour.
That's after a drunk recording.
Yeah.
When we try all the most potent alcohols.
Oh.
Not copying any ideas.
No. I'll go with one more.
Yes.
We'll save the rest for another day, you reckon? Do you think people will chime in if I say there'll be a part 2 to the Jack and Shay survey questionnaires? That's what we're going to call it.
I think people will continue chiming in. I think inevitably we will talk about shit again. So
I'm a shit talker. I talk shit.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
It's a thing. I don't know if this will trigger anything within you, but it triggered within me accidentally because something that's become our sign off to every episode that I have fallen in love with, I accidentally thought you said one day. And it is underneath the tag for the question is the best misunderstanding between me and you. And this can go out to anyone if you have a misunderstanding with either me or Jack. But mine is with you is in a recording once, you were pretending to be Palpatine and you said, you were saying goodbye and I 100% sure you said ka-chow for now.
Yes.
I was definitely sure you said it and I was like, fucking oath, I love Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow's the best catchphrase anyone's ever had.
Correct.
And you just said, as another Disney character, ka-chow for now, that's a part of this podcast. And you're like, that's not what I said. And I'm like, no, I heard it.
And then listening back to the recording, you had then convinced me that I must have said it because you were so adamant about it. It was like, that's exactly what you said. And I was like, I must have, because it's fucking hilarious and that's what I would do. But alas, it was not. And we've said alas a lot this recording. It's become a part of our...
And there's not even any lasses in here.
No bloody lasses in here, just Nell.
Oh, yeah.
But she's a woman.
No, she's a baby.
Oh.
I love my cat.
But yes, alas, it was not the case, but it has since become a thing.
It's become a staple of the channel.
I can't think of any sort of like great other misunderstandings that we've had. I sort of think back to sort of our uni days and...
Actually, I thought that's where, like, your head works better than mine. And I thought you'd be like, oh, bloody, here we go.
I guess sort of like I guess more so on my part, and you guys all just taking it and running with it, is just words and phrases that I thought were a thing, but were not. Such as... God damn it. From the get, set, go. Instead of the get, go, I swore my whole life was from the get, set, go.
Well, that's the caution part of your traits coming out.
Yes.
It's setting yourself before you go. It's triple the flavour.
Yes, like a sentence that would have sounded very familiar to me was, Shay and I were friends from the get, set, go.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we were racing. All the time. It was like, those two just... they're always down on their knees, like, ready to take off, like, they're at the starting line.
It's got to wait for that guy to shoot the gun.
Oh, why has he got a gun?
Yeah, why? It's a public place, guys.
Whoa.
Why? It's 100 meter sprint.
Another one, I'm just going to quickly rattle off the other two that popped into my head was...
Please, does one of them start with P?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, that will be my last one, because I think that is the funniest.
No, wouldn't it be more funny if it was the second last one?
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
That's brilliant. Very well done.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave it to the last this time.
Okay.
Okay.
I already made a joke, so it's more funny if you'd say it wrong at the end.
So.
Just wait, people. Just stay tuned to find out what it is.
So my second last misunderstanding that I was picked apart was bumper to bumper traffic, which for the longest time I thought was more a rhythm bumper to bumper. Like you sort of went bumper to bumper. But it's actually bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah, it's not scatting.
It's not scatting. It's not some jazz scat. It's not that.
Everyone in their cars are just all scatting in unison.
Skip bap doop da. Bumper to bumper. And then my final one, which is now a misunderstanding for me, and a great reference you made before was...
Thank you.
For the longest time, I thought the word penultimate meant the greatest, because my uncle once said to my father, John, you are the penultimate dad joker, and told us that it meant like the best of the best, like penultimate. Like penthouse ultimate.
Yeah. That's the top tier, baby.
But alas, it means second to last.
And funny, you still used it in the wrong order. You should have told it before. You should have said, another misunderstanding is my second last thing, and that is that I didn't know what penultimate meant.
Yeah, which worked well, but I wanted to stick to what I knew it meant in my heart, not the actual meaning of it. But yeah, some great misunderstandings, mainly all around me.
Yeah.
Segment. I don't think you've ever said anything wrong. I think that's probably your greatest trait, is that you just say something clear and concise all the time. So why would I ever misunderstand anything?
I also am so stupid that if I am wrong, I will convince myself and others around me that I am right until I am not made a joke of.
Until you are here.
Yeah, I am always here and I am always right and I am never laughed at. Because I am always right.
Yeah.
And everyone else is left to me. I've left them for dead.
Left them for dead. I'm back for blood.
Oh, well, this has been a fun little pod act.
This has been, I think this is our longest recording, actually.
It is. And
this is just two boys chatting.
Two boys, one mic.
Two boys? Oh, no.
Your brother's here.
Oh, no.
Yay.
It's his fantasy.
What? Your best...
No, sorry. Just two boys.
Ah, okay. Come on, Mike.
But it has been an absolute blast, my friend. As always. It was a journey, to say the least.
Yeah, nobody dare use, oh, what a journey in the comment section.
Please, no.
Ever.
That's going to be great. It's going to be R1 spam. You'll just be like, what a journey.
He got us. Hey, at least he listened.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, that was a great chat. Thank you all so much for listening. We have a very special cheers to...
We have a cheers to Kale.
Now, just to be very clear, not the salad.
Yeah, not the salad. I was like, yuck.
No, he is
one of my friends.
Yes, so shout out to Kale.
Shout out to Kale. Cheers to Kale. He probably won't be listening to this one yet. He's still got 8 more podcasts to listen to.
That's it.
7.
Jump in now.
Jump in now. I'll tell you. I'll send him a message. Be like, you finally got a shout out.
Welcome, Kale, to the Bunk Bed Buddies.
Yes, everyone's part of the BBB. So if you want to be on the show, chime in anytime and send us a couple messages.
Yeah.
Because we love abusing other people's characters for our own amusement.
That's it. That's what we do here at the Bunk Bed Buddies.
It's all about content, baby.
As always, my name is Jack.
And my name is Shay. And we are
The Bunk Bed Buddies.
Ka-chow for now.